Greg here from FretDojo.com. Well, this is quite exciting. This is a bit of a test. I'm looking at doing some more live video these days and just figured out how to kind of sort out all the nuts and bolts of it to stream directly to YouTube. So I'd like to welcome all of you that are watching at the moment, whoever you may be out there. And today I'd like to work with you on a little Joe Pass lick that I've been practicing myself in my own jazz guitar practice. So how about I kick this off by playing you the lick and explaining how it works a little bit, and then I'll show you a few cool things that you can do with it to which makes it quite a versatile one to play. Alright, so let's see if I can do this. Oh, here we go, tricky. So this is the lick itself. How about I'll play it without the backing track first so you can get a sense of how it sounds, and then we'll put the backing track on. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'll play it to you a bit faster now. Cool bananas. Okay, so now I'll show you what it sounds like over a backing track. Here we go. Hope you can hear that. Once again. Whoops, let's try that again. Okay, cool. So that's how it goes anyway. Now, you might think that there's not much to it. It's just kind of like a scale pattern, this lick. But when you look at it a bit more closely, it's very, very clever. So let's look at these first notes in it. So we're on a chord of C major 7. Welcome to my very first viewer. It's great to have you here. I'm kind of juggling a lot of screens at the moment, so yeah, leave some comments as I'm going, and I'll make some time at the end for a bit of question and answer. Alrighty, so here's the first notes in the lick. We goes D, B, C, D. So I'm sure you can see the pattern that's going through the lick. Now, you might just think that's kind of like a scale pattern, like that sort of thing, but it's actually not. What it is an emphasis on chord tones rather than a scale pattern. I'll show you why. Because it starts on a 9 and then goes 3 below. Now, chords are stacked with thirds, so if you go 3 below, you get the next chord tone, which is the 7th of C major 7. So it's going from a 9 to a 7, back to the 9, and then it falls down to the 7th, and then goes down to the 5th, up to the 7th, and then to the 5th, down to the 3rd. So can you see, it's outlining a C major 9 arpeggio. And then it's got a little chromatic bit at the end. So I think that's a really nice lick to learn because it's very easy to play. It's versatile. You can play this little pattern wherever you like, and it sounds hip wherever you put it, sort of thing. But also it's a neat way to outline chord tones without having to think about it too much. Okay, so why don't now I wanted to show you some more things with this lick, but how about I play a bit more on this one so you can get a feel for it. Here we go. So I'll just try to do a bit of improv now. Okay, cool. That's the general idea. Thank you, Mr. Backing Track. Okay, so now let's talk about ways to use this so you're just not sort of playing over a static chord all the time. You can use the same pattern over the relative minor. You'll still be emphasizing chord tones. It'll just have a more of a kind of a minor 11 sound to it. So let's try that now. I'll change the backing track to, let's see, an A minor. And so this is going to be played over an A minor chord now. And let's see what you think of this one. It's just loading up. One moment, please. Oh no, I hope my computer hasn't crashed. Oh, it's okay. Here we go. So yeah, that's probably the easiest sub in the book, substituting relative major for relative minor. Relative major material for relative minor chords. So that's an easy way to get more juice out of this lick. All of a sudden we now have a minor lick just by applying it from the relative major. But this is where I found some other cool tricks from Joe Pass. Let me show you what I mean. I'm just going to check if this stream's still working as we're going here. Yep, it's looking all right. And we actually have 4 people watching. Very cool. Thanks to all these people out there interested in this live show. Okay, so we were just playing this lick over a major 9 chord, but now I want to take that same pattern but apply it to a different type of voicing. So at the moment I was applying it to this one. But now, let's get a bit wacky. Let's apply it to an augmented voicing. Okay, using an augmented chord like this can sound good over minor chords. It's got that sort of minor major 7 sound about it. That sort of thing. Now, this is what this isn't written on the notation here, but just use your imagination. I'm now going to play the same idea, playing off augmented. Okay, here we go. Now it sounds pretty cool, isn't it? Now, I didn't actually come up with that, I have to confess. This was an idea I stole from Joe Pass. Because I noticed that he used this same pattern that he used on the major chord on an augmented chord. Okay, so let's try that now. I'll get up a backing track in C minor this time, and this gives a very melodic minor kind of sound, and it's a bit of an outside sound, but I quite like it. So let's do that. I'll just get the backing track up. Here we go. All right, and let's give it a play. Hope this isn't too fast for me. Let's see what happens. Is it playing? Here we go. Whoop. Try that again. Got it in the end. The magic of live video. You can see all my mistakes. Okay, cool. So, did you hear how that's using the same idea, but and the same pattern, just using a different underlying chord shape? So yeah, really clever stuff, but it gets more clever. Okay, so that works over minor chords, but I was kind of thinking, how do we apply that to dominant chords? Well, one of Joe Pass's tricks is to actually use an augmented chord and treat it as a dominant chord. Okay, so in his mind, augmented has a kind of dominant flat 13 sound. Okay, so let's say take a D7 chord, like now this augmented chord, a flat augmented, that gives that kind of sound. Okay. Okay, so how about we try this now? I'm going to now get up a D7 chord in the backing track. I'll put a sharp 11 on it as well, just to kind of highlight that sound. And let's see what it does. I'll just grab it up. It's just loading. And I'm going to play the same augmented pattern. See, once again, it's using the same material, but just using a clever trick with augmented. Okay, so there you have it. We've taken this over all the main chord types. I played an example of this pattern over major. I played it over minor in a couple of ways, using the relative major and also using an augmented triad over a minor chord to give a melodic minor sound. And then I put it on a dominant chord to get a sharp 11 kind of sound by playing an augmented chord off the sharp 11. Okay, so it means it's very efficient. You've got all this material for every chord type, and you've only had to really think of the same pattern in a couple of different shapes. So I thought it was pretty cool. That's why I wanted to share this with you. I was kind of recording some other videos and thought I could kind of just try this live thing and checked out what happens, and actually people are watching. Pretty cool. Okay, so maybe to finish now, I'm going to play, let's see, Take the A Train, I think would be a good one. So I thought this would be good because it's got a lot of different, like it's pretty easy tune because there's a long 2/5 in it, but it's got augmented. Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up. It's a bit late tonight. It's got a dominant 7 sharp 11 chord in it. It's got major. It's got minor. And it's got a key change as well. So I thought this would be a nice one to demonstrate this technique on. Okay, so whoops, you can see all my YouTube stats at the moment. Whoops, I'll have to edit that out if I can. Okay, so let's go. I'll try to get the band in a box. That's what I was actually trying to pull up then. Here we go, that looks better. And yeah, let's play this. Oh, I'm on the wrong backing track, hang on. Wow, live video is a challenge. Here we go. So Take the A Train. So this is a really good tune if you're a beginner jazz guitarist because of the long 2/5 and pretty easy key change. So it's worth getting into this one if you haven't already. I won't bother playing the head of the tune, I'm just going to do the solo. It's just loading up. Hey, if you like this video, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think, if you like this live thing, and and if it does anything for you. Oh no, I think, oh, here we go. Okay, cool. That was fun. All right, so yeah, sometimes you can get away from that kind of feeling like everything's a blank canvas by incorporating a really strong pattern like that and just using that to solo for a while. And you could probably hear I started deviating with that after a while. I kind of thought it'd get a bit boring just playing that pattern over and over, but you get a sense of how it can give you a nice starting point, and you can kind of then once you've kind of got one fingernail under the kind of the plastic that you're trying to open the CD cover, all of a sudden it opens really easily, if you know what I'm saying. So once you get that little insight, it can open you up to a lot of creative possibilities. All right, so let's see. Did anyone kind of comment or anything like that? I'm just going to look on here now. Mark Fremantle. Just noticed this live chat feature. Cool. Hi, Mark. Yeah, we chat on email sometimes. It's really nice to see you here. I hope you're still here. It's kind of hard for me to see who's actually still watching. And Mark Fremantle says, band in a box. That was my guess. Yeah, definitely was. It's a very useful tool, I have to say. Probably not something you'd want to go to gigs with, but definitely good for the practice room. Cool. So yeah, well, I think this was a success, I guess. I hope it was. Well, people are still watching, so it must be okay. But yeah, I'm actually pretty tired now, so I'm probably going to go to bed. It's about 11 o'clock here. I'm not really much of a late nighter. I know a lot of musos are, but I like to get up early. So I think I'll leave it there. So yep, thanks very much for watching, guys. And yeah, leave a comment on this video if you haven't already, even after we've finished the session today. If anyone has any questions about what I was just talking about, how about we just take a minute to for any questions before I go. Okay, I can't see any there, so yep, I think I might wrap this up. I hope the stream is still working. I've got a few error messages, but yeah, anyway, let me know what you think. Flip me an email. My email is greg@FretDojo.com if you want to let me know about any other ideas you have for this kind of live format. All right, well, that's all there is from me for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you back in the dojo and yeah, very soon. Okay, bye for now, guys.